What is up, guys? Wraec is here, and we are live. Ah, something my brother just ate a piece of cake, actually. Might not have been the best idea doing that before starting off the stream. Was checking out the auction house at the same time, that's why that is open at the moment. I hope you guys can hear me well. This is actually the first stream we do with a new microphone. So that is kind of interesting in itself. Already see a few people in the chat. Zero is here, Antonin is here, Soul is here, Muhammad is here. That makes me happy that all you guys are here. Welcome to the stream. We will clear cake. Yeah, cake! Which is also great because that means you can hear me well. Yeah, cake. I actually had some cake here, and I have to say it's quite nice. It's like 4 p.m. here in Germany at the moment. Was making myself a bit of coffee, eating a piece of cake, and what's better than that on a weekend? Well, last day of the weekend to be precise. It's like Sunday, tomorrow another day of work, and so just enjoying the rest of the time I have at this weekend. And yeah, making the best out of it with a wonderful live stream where we are going to do mean stuff to new PvE content. Hello, Seer, Kenneth, and Ulvi. Nice that you guys are here. Starting off, we'll wait for a few more viewers before we start off with the real content. I have to say, some people should collect auto loot. No core fragments for me. Where are my core fragments? We should say some people on my server already cleared it, and it has me concerned a little bit. You might have just noticed that that was my strength the last time we did Holo Campaign. I'm not quite sure when this was. I mean, when did we clear Holo Campaign? When was Holo Campaign release? Let's just type it in here. Idle Heroes. I guess Barry made a video, I would guess. So let's check that out. Holo Campaign is live 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I apparently made the video about it. So, let's see. 30th of November. 30th of November. So, a good 3 months ago, Holo Campaign was released, the normal Holo Campaign. And I think I cleared it day 1 and I had 410 million strength. Now, people cleared Holo Campaign Island 2 3 months later with roughly the same strength that I had. I'm afraid this might be pretty easy. This might be pretty easy for us. Oh, if you're new to the channel, Chris, then welcome. Just the right time to join in for the first live stream. If you care for Idle Hero stuff, definitely join the Discord as well. You find the link in every video description of every video I make. Brownie is here, another fellow content creator. That's always nice to see people in the chat. Maybe you guys can write how far you went into Holo Campaign. Did you guys clear Holo Campaign? It's a little bit difficult in my opinion. It's like, it's not that the enemies are very difficult. I think it's mostly about not having enough hero at most of the time. So that is a little bit annoying, I guess, for most people. But if you have like an established endgame account, maybe you can tell me how far you got into Holo Campaign. Almost 6k, yeah, Isan, almost 6k. I think we should have broken it by now. I was like, when I started the stream, it was like 5,999 or something. I would guess we are past that by now. So it should be 6k now, which is kind of great. Devilman with the 7 months, which is insane. 7 months. I still don't feel like I do this for 7 months, but Devilman always makes sure to remind me of that. Membership, by the way, we have an upcoming members video. It's not the members video I planned. I was planning on doing some stuff on armor, you know, like armor in the sense of this wonderful stat here, this armor stat nobody's really talking about. But I kind of have to do some more testing because the levels, like hero level, plays into the equation of how armor reduces damage, which is weird. But the thing is, I have to test X levels as well, because I have no idea if those works, and I didn't find the time for that yet. I'm making a video where I used all D to B tiers instead of my A tiers finished chapter 2. Yeah, I would say it doesn't really require A tiers. It just requires you to have like 12 Transcendence Heroes, maybe even 11 or something, or 10, that would work. Have you done weekly TT yet? What's TT? Treasure coupons. The treasure tickets. Yeah, we have done the event treasure tickets in the video. It's like, I think it's yesterday's or day before. I made a video about the event treasure tickets, and the weekly ones I didn't buy. I just bought some. I just bought some because I wanted to have place 1 in the leaderboard, which I now have. So I bought like 50 tickets or something. And then I made a video about Starry Gem Mall tickets, the Starry Gem Mall tickets, and this Starry Gem Mall ticket video, that is actually the replacement for the armor video for members. We might get a second member video this month, but this is for now the replacement. I will upload this like tomorrow, I guess. We will see the member video, which is kind of fun. As you can see, I have a lot of contract Starry. In the members only video with the Starry Gem Mall treasure tickets, I also retired the SS SFX. And if you now ask me why I retired my SS SFX, the reason is pretty simple. I don't need it. I really don't. Like I checked, and she was in here most of the time being a tenant, and I felt like, yeah, why have an SS tenant? But then again, the problem is if in the auction house, do we have an S tier or an SS SFX currently in here? And they just don't sell. They really don't. Like, they don't sell at all. Yeah, I can't really check that out. And if they sell for like 80, 85k, something like that. And I thought like, okay, we buy event packs anyway. Let's just retire it, take the 100,000 Starry Gems, contract Starry Gems, and then it's alright. Instead of taking 80k. That wasn't really a problem. And the other thing is, I didn't retire my SS SFX. If you guys didn't know, I retired Jesus SS SFX. And the reason was, he said like, yeah, I like your copy. I know you want to sell it. I like the roll, I like the copy, because we had a great copy after all. It's great speed, great attack stat, and great roll in the end. And he said he really likes that, and he would buy it, but I only like as a little downgrade for me. So I buy his SFX, he buys mine, and he pays me like a little bit of Starry on top. So it's worth it for me. And we did that. So I made a little bit of Starry on that, actually. So it was quite alright. Only 10 heroes is very easy. Yeah, if you have like 10 Transcendence heroes, that works out. Hello Benjamin, hello Claudio. Lursin, I'm not sure I already greeted you, but here you go. Welcome to the stream, happy that you're here. Same for you, Jacob. Makes me happy to see you guys. Starbit, Claudio, all the people already here. And we have our 50 viewers, so I guess it's a good time to start off with the Void campaign clear. We should have a look at the setup though. Guess we do it like this. I'm not sure. I mean, like we could also go for crown here. Let's do that. We don't really need the Starwing Jarer. Why do we even have a crown on this Doom Terminator? Oh, I think I was experimenting in North and Void campaign. I was experimenting in Force War, Lair Expedition. That was what I wanted to say. Not sure about the speed stats. We will take damage reduction on the Doom Terminator Vulcan. I guess we will go for some speed on the Mockman. Let's see if he's faster than the enemies. I think we can still outspeed. We now have damage shouldn't be a problem. Go for some speed. I don't think you can lose with that lineup. I'm pretty sure I can't. I mean, we will watch the fights, but I'm pretty sure it will look, yeah, it will be a little bit insane. It will be a little bit insane. So that is alright, that is alright. We don't really need artifacts here, so I guess we are good to go. Maybe we will change up the Ferric Investor lineup. User is a damage dealer. I can see that work. Okay, that's good. By the way, quite interesting. The Ferroqueen Vesser now still at 19 million attack, even though we just switched to speed lineup. With speed attack, speed enables. She has 2453 speed, while still having 90 million attack and 1.19 billion HP. So that's rather cool. When does IDA finish? I thought it's usually today. Well, it's already done. So it's like we now have the preliminary phase with the big groups, and then we go into top 32 fights. So that will be tomorrow. I already won my fight, if you guys care for that. I couldn't really set up my lineup in the way I wanted, so we are a little bit weak. 3.1 billion strength though. We are a little bit weak. What I couldn't do, you can see it a little bit here. Usually that Holmes Young, Stark Mr. Holmes, that would have been a homeowner. I didn't do that because we wanted to do holo campaign for today, and then I just kept the Mockman as a homeowner. But that's kind of nice. That's actually kind of cool. Lord Eric, I think, did that last time. Oh, I'm not quite sure. I think it was Lord Eric. And he had like just a team with the Mockman going first, and I thought that was quite cool. If you check out this fight, you can actually see why. Grüß dich, Minderjährig. Minderjährig. Didn't even see that. Nice one, mate. And what I did was I basically planted those carries there. I put the Rogan in. I used some snow hearts on there. And now we just outspeed the enemy. And this Mockman actually has a decent amount of attack. And if you see that, that is pretty much a super cheap team. Not much happening there at all. And we put like a big Mockman in here, and he just slaughtered 4 out of 6 heroes on the enemy team. And if we got like 2 more hits on this, that Vulcan, it would have been gone as well. So our main team had a super easy job cleaning that up, obviously. I just pushed on my account to 142, gonna be stuck there for a bit because it's double Sherlock, double Holmes. Oh yeah, that's really annoying. Let's check out that stage actually. 142, you said. I think I remember that stage. I think I remember being stuck there on the Amazon stage. Oh yeah. Yeah. That is a horrible one. That is also one that is on Island 4 as well. It's like, I think, where is it? It is on Island 4 as well. I remember that actually being there. It was like super annoying actually. I can't click all of those through now. But it was in there. Yeah, there it is. 418 is the same stage actually. And this was super bad. Like, if you wanted to clear that with Mockman, the problem is Mockman is bugged when Carrie's on the field. Like, when Carrie gets this, I think it's dynamite armor or something like this, it basically it reduces the damage she takes. And when she has that, when Mockman attacks, it reduces all his damage. Not only the damage the penny takes, but all the damage he deals. Even to, like, if you were to hit the Sherlock, 1 penny, and Holmes Young, just the penny having this armor charge would actually reduce the damage to Sherlock and Holmes Young as well. So that's quite annoying. A triple Sherlock, triple Holmes was annoying. Yeah, this is really annoying, and there is like double Sherlock, double Holmes, double Delasium. Yeah, that's pretty bad as well. But the thing is, Stage 4 is really not nice. You see that? It's like 418 is dead, 419 is dead. And it's an ongoing theme on Island 4. On Island 4 it's like you cleared one bad stage and you are happy that you finally got the clear. And right afterwards they hit you with like the even worse or similar bad stage. I got stuck on 355 on Amazon. Absolutely no way forward. Abyss Wave, that's just horrible. How are you on 355 on Amazon? So... Oh, 255. 255. I just thought... What the hell? 355. Brownie! Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the membership. Make sure to link your Discord to YouTube as well, so you get special role on my Discord and get access to the special user channels. Member chat and everything, and the special member videos. Make sure to check that out. We have like a Discord channel there now that includes just members only videos, and members only videos, they become more every single month. At one point I switched it around. Usually it was like members get the videos a little bit earlier, and that was actually quite annoying to deal with, and I forgot some videos and it was not nice. And then I switched it to I make videos that are just for members and I make videos that are for everyone. And that is kind of interesting because it also opens up the way that there is a little fullness of videos just for members. And I really like that. I really like that. Yeah, they just put all the BS from the game on Island 4. It is really that way, because like if we continue and check that out a little bit, then you have stuff like this with Cthulhu and Wraec, and it's always like this. Look, it's a similar stage, but just right after. I mean, like, what is this? It's Cthulhu and Wraec, then it's Cthulhu, Wraec, and Nakia, and then it's Cthulhu and Nakia. So it's like, I don't know. It's a little bit annoying actually how similar those stages are right after, because you need like a little break after clearing it, but you don't really get it. So, Holo Campaign. Holo Campaign, we have to slaughter some stuff. People are already leaving. So, okay, we need to check how much strength actually got. We need like 2-3 main carry heroes, and that's about it. I guess we are going to go for... What are we going to do? We are going to team up the Star Alchemist Holmes Young with Vulcan. That is going to be one thing. And then we are going to include Mystic Fairy Freya in here. What else do we do? Oh yeah, the ATD, that makes sense, like a little bit of protection for the lowest life. That's pretty cool. And with that we can also include like the EOS. And maybe the Ezreal, just activating the Star Alchemist Home score a little bit. That would be kind of cool. And then we do Mockman, we do that. We do that. PDE also in there. And who else do we want? Like, we have a little bit of a bursting going on, so let's include the LFA. That's pretty cool. And then the last hero, just going to throw in the Starwing Jar. And with that, we are at like 1 billion strength. It's like 600 plus 450 or 2. That's a little bit insane, actually. Yeah. Some cores. Going to do that. And then the Mockman core. Mockman core is actually quite nice. Gives us 27% crit chance, so that's pretty good. Yeah. I guess let's go first fight. He's gonna stomp this one shot always. We will see. I mean, like, there could still be some mean stages. And they are faster than we are, which is a problem. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Then again, I didn't put any speed on the Vulcan. Maybe we should change that. Maybe we should change that. Put a little bit of speed on the Vulcan, let him go first. Would be an option. Okay, yeah. Well, this team is going to murder. I guess we have enough burst on this team. Managed to catch the stream. What did I miss? Not much. We're just starting out. Actually, there's so much loot going on here. Oh, look at that. It's like 1000 essence sublimation. Is this like on every stage? That's not bad at all. Look at this loot. 1000 essence sublimation on every single stage. I can do that. I can do that. That's some nice stuff. I'm confident you can do it undefeated. Sometimes you just get a defeat. I mean, like, there is really nothing you can do about it. Sometimes you just get the L. So that's the thing. Hello, Mr. Sherlock. Welcome. What else do we change? Do we change anything, actually? I mean, like, probably not. Usually I don't change stuff unless we stop winning, which we really don't. And the bug is still in place. Thanks DH Games, it always forgets the core on at least one of those teams, so that's pretty annoying. I guess it will end up with us not using cores, because we don't really need it. I'm surprised it's like not really a whole lot of people on my server even tried to clear it. I mean, we have not that many people that went for Holo Campaign at all. And there are certainly a few that could. But like, if you check it out, there's like 4 people in here, or 3 people now with me, and like in the regular Holo Campaign, I think Island 1, we had a few more, but not really a whole lot. That Mockman is still hitting them for tons. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. The loot though, I'm surprised the loot is this good. Like, this is really a whole lot of loot for doing some basic stuff. Let's check that out again. On Island 1, we were at like 11 people. But he didn't clear. Honestly, they have more strength than that. They should. I think some of those people can clear, but they're just not motivated. 1-5, 1-7. Okay, we have just 4 people that cleared it at all on the server. Do you have more people on your server that cleared it? I mean, like, here there really aren't a lot of people that even attempted Holo Campaign or cleared multiple stages. Oh, we got some twine going on here. That's annoying. I'm pretty sure we can't lose. Like, maybe to a super long CC chain, but I really don't see it. That thing is not even homeowner. Oh. I got 9th to finish. Brownie, on which server are you? On which server are you, mate? Mockman Burst is amazing, and it really is. Vulcan Mockman being balanced as always. Yeah, super balanced. But then again, like, if you check that out, a lot of... I think even if we took out Mockman, we could clear. Do you want to try that? Do you want to try? Just doing that, for example? Come on, we try that. We try that. We try first team without a homeowner. Or is there a homeowner in there? Did I forget one? Server 81. Okay. 48 actually. Eager to see if that can clear. Pretty much. Nah, right? That would be insane if that could clear. Guess that's a little bit too much to ask from that. Then again, our Star Alchemist doesn't really die. Look at how little damage he actually gets. Oh my god, can we win that like this? There's just so much CC. If we had like Phantom Defier, it would be way easier. But then again, we are doing damage over time, so as long as we can live, it's all good. Hollow or normal Void Campaign, which is harder? I guess they are pretty similar, actually. The only thing is, of course, for Hollow Campaign, you need more heroes, and this kind of splits your strength between 2 teams, which you don't really have a problem with on normal campaign. Yeah. We could do a no homeowner clear. Apparently. God, that is stupid. That is stupid. That was without a homeowner. Check that out. Just casual no homeowner clear. On a Hollow Campaign stage. No problem. I mean, it's not even really a team. Some of those heroes had flags. Takes ages though, yeah. That is what I thought as well. We do it one time for fun, and I guess now we are going to go back to the old nuke the enemies to hell and back. But we could. I mean, the stats are certainly there. We have the option to do that. I think it should be impossible to lose. I think we outstat the enemies by like a lot. Oh, that's a boss stage. That's funny. Last time I did regular campaign, I just remember that we that there was like this weird bug where it showed other hero symbols. Like it would show Rimaru, but in reality it was like a Valkyrie or something. A+ Ezreal win. I actually made up a team with Ezreal. I was talking to Jesus, and we crafted an Ezreal PvP team. And it looked quite fun. Oh! Core of Origin shard. Was Was that loot always that nice? It's just like base heroes, but I'm currently building Scarlet Queen and Laura Core, so that's actually huge. What's up with the loot? That's really good loot. Let me check that. Is that like the same here? Pretty much is, right? I just didn't remember. But look, here are no core shots. Core shots even. Oh. That's nice. And the only problem with an Ezreal team, and it's not really even that he's weak or something, he certainly isn't. The only problem with an Ezreal team is that, well, he nukes himself. That is not that great, actually. He nukes himself, and in some game modes, especially like Ace or IDA, that can lead to him being gone quite easily. So, like, you fight against a weak team, he one-shots himself and kills the last hero with that, doesn't revive, and then he's gone. And then you lose your main carry hero. So that team really is only good for things like Trial of Champions, maybe free team-up, something like that. And that is mostly the reason why we didn't build Ezreal and didn't build that team. But I had like a huge team. I had a team I really wanted to try, but was too expensive to try. So that is a little bit stupid. Check how many subs on YT you have. Yeah, we already talked about that, Skylo. Like now the 6K, right? Should be 6K. Everything else would be quite surprising. And we had like 5,999 at the beginning of the stream. Not quite the 6K, but yeah, yet now it says 6K. That's huge. That's huge. That's actually quite huge. Yeah, it only has the original 6. Yeah, it only has the original 6, so I think in a way that's a little bit stupid. And in a way that's a little bit stupid because a lot of people now have those cores. And I think I'm not quite sure how many of those I have or which one I'm lacking. Let me see. Was it here? Where was the core chest even? Oh, it was on 2-1 the last stage. No? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it includes the normal ones. I have the SFX one, I have the Starving Jara one, Fairy Queen one. Okay, I have like half the cores in here. I don't have LFA, I don't have S Model, I don't have Scarlet Queen, so I would have enough room there to actually get those a whole lot more often. Grats on 6K, dude, that's hard to do. Yeah, it took a long time. Like, I have to say, welcome stage. I have to say subs are a little bit declining. Like, I remember the first months I used to do up to 1,000 subs a month and sometimes even more. And now it's like maybe 200, maybe around 200. And yeah, that's of course a difference, but it's all right. I mean, like, I don't try to build like an income out of this. It's like a hobby, it's fun, it's nice to interact with you guys, to not play through Holo Campaign alone, but to have like a chat here that I can talk to, so that's pretty nice, and I enjoy that a lot. I wish they would put the Stellar Shard loot at the beginning of Island 1, because I would be so much further if I had more Stellar. Yeah, Stellar is still a problem, right? I mean, I, for myself, was thinking about that. I was comparing myself, obviously, to big guys like Jesus and stuff, and I was checking out how much Stellar they have, and they have millions more than me. Like, really millions more than me. I would have to put like 5K into cores to catch up in any way, and yeah, I won't do that. I won't really do that, but that is mostly the reason people like Jesus currently have 300 million or 400 million or more crystal crown strength than I have, because they are going closer to maxing their 6th island, and actually they have the materials to build tenants for their heroes, so that is another thing that I just can't do. Hypo! I didn't know this gave important materials. It gives quite good loot. It gives quite good loot. I wasn't remembering that at all, actually. So, that is another thing. That's the problem with like small games. The community is there, but she's not as huge. Yeah, but that's not really a problem. I mean, like Idle Heroes, there we have some big content creators. Check out Barry, check out MK. They have huge channels. Make some good views. And I mean, like, I have my people that know me too, so it's all right. I'm quite happy with that. Of course, there are bigger games that you can stream and that you can get like much more people into it, but I'm not streaming for the streaming itself. I'm just streaming because I play Idle Heroes and I want to show it to you guys and have a good time with you guys. So that's mostly the thing behind all of that. So if I wanted to make an income out of streaming, I would have to check out those games. But then again, that's like a whole different story. Do you play any other games? Yeah, I do. In fact, I play sometimes play Hearthstone Battlegrounds, though I haven't really played that for some time now. And I play Destiny. Destiny is still fun. I quit Destiny quite a while ago during Forsaken era. Right afterwards, like 2 seasons after that, and Ica talked me back into it. Actually, it was Ica's fault that I went back into Destiny and actually had a decent time. Have to say, still having a good time actually. Just some things that annoy me. If you know Destiny, I'm still so annoyed by the fact that they don't put matchmaking on a lot of those activities, and you always have to have this little app with you to find any teammates. I mean, like, it's so stupid. 100% armor break or 100% precision, which one would you would choose? Precision. I would choose precision unless your opponent is a level 1 hero with 17,000 armor. In that case, you would rather have the armor break. But that is actually the topic of the next members only video. That is going to be members only video only for some time, and afterwards going to be released to the public as well. Armor and armor break as well, and how much armor break actually gives you in damage, and how that all works, and it actually lets you make the decision between armor and precision and armor break and whatever you want, and how much damage you actually gain from having 90% armor break or 100% armor break, how much damage that gives you, and we'll answer all of those questions. Because I was still thinking about that. I was really annoyed by the fact that I was even talking in Omega Project, and like people didn't know whether there is a cap on armor break or not, and I had to say I did never test that. So that was like the main thing that brought me to realization that yeah, I probably should test that. So the effect of having like 120% or 100% armor break, that is something we are going to talk about. And of course, what means if you have 5,000 armor, if you have 7,000 armor, what that all means, that is certainly going to be a topic that should be discussed, and armor is just the first thing I want to talk about in that sense, and testing stuff like that, it really takes some time, I have to say. It's not really that easy, because you need a hero that can maybe survive a hit, then you need to hit that hero, then you need to think about other damage mechanics, like does the enemy hero have block? Does it have crit damage reduction? Do you look at a crit or do you look at a normal hit, and all of that stuff? That is pretty annoying. I think the age should give us all the information and exact numbers of all the skills. Yeah, it would be nice. It would really be nice, actually, to have some info on stuff like that. For example, the holy armor, or for example, that is one thing we. Lowly was testing stuff with holy armor. He was testing whether or not it works against certain types of damage, and obviously, yeah, that is something that we need to test. But it should just say that in game, right? It should just say that in game. Have you played Tap Heroes? It's pretty similar to Idle Heroes and pretty fun. No, I don't. Destiny's pretty cool. It is. It was certainly a better game than it was in the past. Like, first year was horrible. Definitely was. The only nice thing was you came from Destiny 1 and the graphics was better, and that made it all in all a pretty huge upgrade. But gameplay-wise, Destiny 1 was like a lot better. It was a lot better compared to year 1 Destiny. And then Forsaken came, and Destiny and gameplay was huge, but I was quite annoyed by their DLC prices. That was like, man, you give them like 4 story missions and you charge $50 for that. So, nah. And then I decided that I don't really want to buy the next DLC. And the funny thing is, later on, I now have all the DLCs, and I played them all. And the DLC that I didn't buy was Shadowkeep, and I played that and I hated it. I hated it. I hated Shadowkeep. It was so annoying. And I hated the DLC afterwards as well. It was like Beyond Light, I think. I thought Beyond Light's story was so bad. It was like drive over the map. Yeah, your beginning of the mission is at the top of the map. You have to drive 10 minutes to get there. Enjoy. Because our story is really only 4 missions and we really have to hide that. So that is like, yeah, not that great actually. We're just gonna blast through Holocamp. Yeah, indeed we are. So that's another thing. Or the sandbox mode where we have access to everything to test. Yeah, I was talking about that as well with Jesus. It was like one of the things that he suggested. It's like having a mode where you can check out what happens and where you can really see like all of these stuff and can test everything, can switch everything around, and that would make stuff a whole lot easier. 1 sec, guys. Okay, back. I took damage. Who wrote that I don't take damage? Nino! See? I take damage. Can you try to do one of these with only 1 hero? Oh, sure, it's no problem. It's no problem. Well, this is a CC stage. With perceptual disorder. That won't work with 1 hero. That won't work with 1 hero. Next one, mate. Well, you were taking a bath while watching me. Yeah, taking a bath is always a good idea. If you don't do that every now and then, people might dislike that. Nah, it's cool. What is Divine Block? Yeah, it's like one of the things that we would like to ask DH. What Divine Block actually works against and whatnot. We have some ideas on how it might work, that it may work like an additional layer of block and actually be super huge. But we still have to do so much testing. And testing in Idle Heroes takes a lot of time. Because everything like links together. You have so many layers of damage buffs and damage reductions in this game that it's hard to figure out what's actually happening. And so you need to do like 10 attacks or something and see, okay, was it blocked there? Was that armor damage mitigation? What happened? And that is quite annoying. That is quite annoying. Then you have to have a similar hero that you can compare it to without Divine Block to actually see how much damage reduction is happening. And that is mostly because we don't really know the damage formula that Idle Heroes uses. I've played games where if you own a hero, you can test it at max power in PvP test arena. Yeah, there are definitely stuff like that. We can now test the 1 hero stuff, by the way, because that was asked for. Should be no problem at all. Your ways are so insanely strong, Holy. Yeah, she has like, I don't know, there's like 90 million attack. So, yeah, she's quite strong. I'm taking a little bit of damage, but like, yeah. Not a whole lot. And yeah, I don't need the rest of the team here. Yeah, Brownie, we thought that too, but no, it doesn't. Sadly, it doesn't do that. We thought it would do that, but nah. There was like a whole lot of testing done by Loli, and we hoped it would do that, but it does something else. The description is definitely wrong. That was in game, and yeah. So sadly, we will have to do more testing on that. And yeah, this guy. That was so easy. Yeah, it is easy. It is easy. It is pretty easy, actually. And that brings me to another topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I even thought about doing a video actually about that. Because the thing is, I'm a bit worried. Because the difference at the moment in power between a whale and a free-to-play or a mid-spender is insane. It's like insane at the moment. And if you see in IDA, we have people that have strong accounts and they have 300, 400 million strength, in 10-team strength in IDA. And then you see people like me or Jesus who have 3 billion or 3.8 billion strength. And I think we never had such a big difference in power in Idle Heroes before. And the problem I see with that is, how is DH going to release content? Like you see it now in Holo Campaign. That is the newest PvP content. PvE content. The newest PvE content that we have in this game here. And it just gets smacked by every single one of my heroes. So I don't really have to do anything. So what is going to happen when they release, for example, a new Vortex? Something after Dominator, they release a new Vortex. What is going to happen? Are they going to make that difficult for me? Because when they make that difficult for me, then people will have to get like 15 times their power that they have at the moment to clear it. So how are they going to adjust content? And that is something that worries me a little bit, because either the next content that we are going to see, the next Vortex stage, for example, is going to be hilariously easy, like this Holo campaign. For me. No, for me. Not for the average player, but for me. And, or it's just going to be straight up impossible for like a year for everybody. So that is a little bit insane. Probability has to scale with percent of account power. Yeah, but that makes no sense. Like, then I would have to reduce my account power to clear content, that is a stupid mechanic actually. Makes it absolutely worthless to become stronger. So, nah, don't like that. I really don't like that. Jesus was suggesting that basically they do the Holo campaign thing. A little bit like that. That when after some whale, for example, clears a stage or a layer of some content, that everybody else that hasn't cleared it yet gets a buff. So the whales are mostly competing for leaderboard positions, and everybody else gets the option to clear it afterwards by getting a huge power boost. And I kind of like that idea. I mean, it at least makes it less stupid than it is now. So that is, the more I think about it, the more appealing this becomes to me. Everybody should get an A copy for free. Yeah, but it's not just about that. I mean, like, for sure, A copies, in this sense, most of the heroes we are using here are A copies and have Giant Killer. So, yeah, for sure, they are buffing our damage. But the thing is, we could clear that without A copies. No problem. After this, can you show me who Toy Boy is? Not quite sure I would do that. It's like a dude. He's pretty strong. Has great heroes. So that is like another thing. I've been thinking about that either just for the whales or making it unfair to lower spenders or make it easy for everyone, and then it's not fun for whales. Yeah, so it has to change a little bit. Devilman with the 50 bucks. I think it would have to be like Realm's Gate and give it scaling. Yeah, some scaling definitely. There's some scaling definitely. So we have to see how they can adjust that, but it still remains. It is a little bit worrying to have such a huge gap between spenders and non-spenders. Maybe like lower that gap a little bit. Like if they make content like treasure coupons, for example, they shouldn't make it so free-to-play gets basically nothing for some time. And later on only starts getting them through events. I think they should have included them in events from the get-go, so people have an easier time catching up to spenders. Still, mate, thank you for the 50 bucks. That will definitely help. Definitely nice getting that after now spending for that wonderful microphone. So part of that cost already again back into the house so I can pay that bill. That is definitely very much so appreciated. We'll go right back into the channel. I still have to get new membership symbols. That is something I wanted to do. I always forget about that. I wanted to hire somebody to get new membership symbols, because at the moment we are still using the standard member symbols, and those are those stars behind the name. Brownie, for example, with the blue star, or Devilman with the wonderful yellow star. I wanted to make something a little bit more appealing there. Wraec sent me a screenshot of the fire description. Screenshot of the fire description? I can show you guys what the fire says. Wanted to show you guys the Vine block anyway. I can do that now. Defier. I have Defier here. When dealing damage, if a target's HP 70% or above, deals 30% more damage. So as long as the target has 70% or more of his health remaining, we deal 30% more damage. And Divine Block, I think I have Divine Block on my Vulcan. Divine Block says the strength of Divine Block equals 100% of block strength. Its block damage reduction is effective against all types of damage. And like, it's not. It just isn't. It just isn't effective against all types of damage, but the question is it a second layer of block? And that is something that we still need to test. Make SFX member badge. I was thinking about that. But then again, member badges are a little bit small. So like, the thing is, if you do SFX, I'm not quite sure it actually works out. You have to make it a little bit different. You have to see the difference, so otherwise it's not really cool. And of course, the longer you are a member, it should become a cooler symbol, I think. So that is another thing to consider. So in terms of artistic stuff, I'm not very good, I have to say. I'm like pretty bad at artist stuff, so I hire people to do that. But what about Awakening Tears? I mean, that is one option, of course. That would be easy to differentiate, actually. Probably could steal it right from the code. Didn't even have to hire somebody for that, because I think I have these symbols actually. But that would be an option. Like starting off with an E tier and then becoming D tier, C tier, maybe even C minus or some stuff. We could include some symbols in there. I don't know how many symbols there are. I think like 12 or something around that. And going to S tier and above at the end. I'm not sure, maybe I can ask the members, but I kind of like the idea. With the Awakening Tears. Maybe some of the members in chat can say something about that. What do you like? Do you think Awakening Tears would be cool? You could make the tears look like the outside of the hero copy tears. And the outside of the hero copy tears. I was thinking about like those badges, right? Like here, like that stuff, for example, and then the badges from the hero itself. Wait, no, we have to clear one more stage. Hayden, nice that you're here. No trouble so far? Definitely no trouble at all. Can Goddess Ika's SFX with Wraec beat Home's PvP team? Well, it certainly is a counter to that, right? I mean, the idea is that you can take out some heroes that would otherwise be super strong. So yeah, for sure. I was thinking to use those badges for the member tiers. I mean, that would be an option, right? Yeah, I mean, like, that is something that we could use. These Vesa shields only. Yeah, the thing is obviously with the Vesa shields, it's always about the healing, and we have huge HP stats, like every single one of my heroes. I showed that, I think, in the Discord or something before. Like, check out this Mystic Fairy Freya. We have Mystic Fairy Freya with the crown, with the tech stone, and she has like 460 million life and 7.9 million attack, and she isn't even a homeowner. It's like bonkers, absolutely insane. Yeah, so those Awakening badges that you see on the hero cards, those were the ones I thought about, and I have those. I think I have those. I think Aika once sent them to me. That is something that we could do. Would be quite cool. I guess the H doesn't mind if I use them. Should be no problem at all. Would be pretty cool. The question is, how many do I actually need for that? Can I check that out right now? Wait a second. Start the next stage while I check that out. Brownie's in here. 6,005 subs actually at the moment. That's great. That's great. I think that's here, and then we have memberships, and then there should be like these symbols. Symbols. Where are my symbols? Is it this? Oh, do I have to adjust that here? Oh, that's horrible. No. Not that. Huh. Don't really find the option. I know it's somewhere here because I adjusted it before, but... Oh, I think it's that. Yeah, I now found it. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different ones. There's one after 6 months, and the next one is also already after 12 months. So I need to include like 8 ones. How many tiers do we have? We have like E, D, C, D, A, S. Oh, that fits exactly. Oh my god, that fits exactly. That really fits exactly to the point. That's really insane. We have exactly as many awakening tiers as I need logos for YouTube. I mean, that must be a sign, actually. That must be a sign. Takes quite long to get a good tier, though. I mean, like, if you're a new member, you are E tier. After a month, you become D tier. After 2 months, you become C tier, and then you are B tier. So, like Devilman would be B tier, for example. Lursin, what are you? You are C tier, I think. C tier, I think. So that would be C tier. That would be kind of cool. Now it's just a question. I think I have them somewhere. Aika sent them to me and I put them in some folder on my PC. So now is the question where this last one should be SS. Yeah, the last one would be SSS in that sense. It would be SSS. That's not it. Would be really cool, you say. Okay, when you say that's really cool, then we do that. The question is, where is it? I mean, I don't have to search for it now, I can do it later, but it is somewhere. I used it for some videos. I asked her if she could send me the symbols and she had them, and then we could use them. So that's something that we can actually do. That's huge. That's actually really huge. Yeah, just have to find it. I would finally get an A in there one form. Yeah, not right now. It's actually you would still be quite far off from an A with the current way this works. I don't know if I can adjust like the time frames, because I feel like 4 years is a little bit hard. For SSS, you would need 48 months at the moment. I think that's a little bit. That's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Can I adjust that actually? No, I can't adjust the time frames. Interesting. Can't do that. Huh. So that is a little bit of a problem. I mean, it's alright. A much cheaper A tier. Yeah, a much cheaper A tier. Actually, membership is not that expensive here. I mean, it's comparably, it's the same price as like Twitch subs, but on Twitch you get nothing for it. You get videos here, you get special Discord channels, you get special color on Discord, you get all of that stuff, so that's insane. Solo Legend, welcome to the membership, thanks for the sub. That is insane, mate. As I said before, make sure to link your YouTube account to your Discord if you use that. So you get like access to all the member stuff on my Discord as well. Some nice stuff going on there. Those Allura pings, those shields, Vesta is so strong that I hardly saw any influence on Vulcan's shield strength. Yeah, Vesta is really insane. How many months for A tier? I think it is 12. I think it is 12. And I don't really like that, to be honest. I don't really like that it's 12 months. I feel like that's a little bit too long. I think 6 months is already huge. Honestly, I mean, at one point there should be like something special. I'm thinking about skipping E tier. I'm thinking about skipping E tier and then making some super special stuff after 48 months. Something insane like that would be cool. Because I don't really want people to wait that long. And A tier is something special. I feel like 6 months is already so special. If you reach that. It's so insane already. How do you do that, by the way? What do I do, Soul Legend? What do you want to know? It's 20. How much speed do you need to outspeed Purgatory 50? I think under one of my Purgatory videos, I put a shard. The quickest hero there is like a 4Cs. Not quite sure. 48 total months, 8 tiers is 6 months per tier. Nah, it's not that. It's not in the same increments. It's like first tier is after 1 month. First tier is just becoming a member. Then there's after 1 month, 2 months, 6, 12, 24, 36, 48. So it's not in the same increments always. So that's the thing. I lost patience, I need an A tier. Linking Discord to YouTube. How do you do that? There is like a guide, I can send it to you. It is in Discord. If you go to your user settings, and then there is like there is an option right at the top. In Germany, it's called Verknüpfung. I don't know the English words. Links, maybe, something like that. And there you can actually link your YouTube to your Discord, and that gives you some roles. Mr. Blob, welcome to the stream. We're just slapping Holo campaign and talking about... The last topic we talked about was actually how I think that it's a little bit of a problem that now whales are that much stronger than mid spenders or even some of the stronger spenders as well, and especially free-to-play probably. And how that impacts the new PvE content in that it is a little bit too easy probably, or it will be way too hard, and that we need some form of way to mitigate that. Yeah, Nino, I am German. I am German. Soul Legend, good that it helped you. I didn't find proper English word for that, but you didn't need it, so that's even better, mate. We are already close to the end, I just noticed. I was clicking. No, it's not boring. It's not boring, Blob. It's not boring. It just gives me time to talk to chat. Let's say it like that. Let's say it like that. It's not like I have to adjust the team. We didn't adjust the team at all from the beginning. To be honest, we just set the heroes and clicked on the button. Welcome, Dira, to the stream. Just actually finishing Holo campaign here. Hey, Rick, how many languages do you know? Well, I speak German, obviously. I obviously also speak English for, well, as good as I can, probably, but I guess that's alright. I was forced to learn Spanish for a year, and I don't speak Spanish at all. Honestly, the Spanish thing is another story. I was cheating there a little bit, to be honest. I was just like, it's a long time ago. Was a long time ago. Was after I did my school, and I didn't really know what to do with my life, to be honest. And there was like a 1 year that you could do after school, and it was just another course, and you get like a certificate for doing it. And so I thought like, okay, better than doing nothing. I did that, and in there I was actually forced to learn Spanish, and I cheated on every single test. I had no idea about Spanish, but I was pretty good at making some. I don't even know what the English word is for that. Well, let me Google that. 1 second. Because the German word is Spicker. Cheater? Crip? Crip, I think, is the English word. Never heard that before. Quite interesting. I was making those, and I was a professional at making those. I was making them at the PC, and like some small variant with like PC, and printed them out and put them at certain places. It was really intense actually, but it helped me, and I passed Spanish, and didn't help me at all in actually learning Spanish. I speak no Spanish, but then again, I really didn't care. I really didn't care, to be honest. I also learned Latin, which I still think is horrible. The German school system tries to teach you Latin. I don't really understand why they do it. I mean, in a sense, it's like it makes it easier to learn languages like Spanish or something. But then again, I mean, you learn a language with no aim of actually speaking it. And I mean, why would you learn a language if you don't want to speak it? I mean, you're not trying to become an archaeologist. You're just learning that in school. So I think it's much better if you learn a language which you can take care of, which you can take interest in, and then maybe even go to the country where it's spoken and speak to the people and have a great time knowing that language. But with Latin, I mean, you can go to some grave and bury up some Romans or something and try to talk to them. Then again, my Latin teacher, he spoke Latin. So, yeah. Guess for doctors, yeah, but I mean, I have a master's degree. So I guess I never needed it. I never needed it. And I have a law degree. I mean, like, they told us it was needed for law degrees. It was in the past, actually, in Germany. If you wanted to study at the university, you needed it because there were some Latin terms and you should know them. But to be honest, it isn't really needed anymore. In every single university that I know, you get a course in the first semester where you learn those Latin terms that you know, and it's done. Latein letztes Jahr mit einer 4 abgewählt. I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Somehow did not get the role in Discord, or does it take a bit? It takes a few minutes. It takes a few minutes to refresh, actually. It only gets the data from the YouTube servers every now and then. Guys, that is indeed our last stage. We learn German at school. It's hard, so I do a bit of cheating as well. Yeah, I mean, what do you do? It is that way. Sometimes you don't know all this stuff. And I mean, speaking German, I think a lot of people struggle with, like, or der, die, das, wir, ihr, sie, whatever. And yeah, that is difficult. I mean, the idea alone, talking about gender, in Germany, everything has like a gender. Like a table has a gender. It is der Tisch, which there is male. So it is insane, actually. And there is no system to that. You just have to know that for every single thing. If it's male or female in German, it's considered that. So, and it makes no sense. It's not like there's any system behind it. And that's why you often hear people misinterpreting that. By the way, last stage here, guys. So that is another thing. How old am I? I'm 28 years old, actually. Which is feeling bloody old, to be honest. Same in Arabic. Ooh, horrible. This is a horrible system, to be honest. I like the English, the. That is entirely enough. That is good. But like everything beyond that is, yeah. Deutsch ist sehr schlecht? Sehr, okay. Yeah, Victor. It's true. It is true. So, last fight. Last fight. Same with French. I think that is really one of the things English language did well. Just using that and being done with it. Der Tisch, der Fisch, der Hirsch. That might be the case. I've never really thought about that. Table is genderless. Yeah, it is not in German. German tables have a gender. Oh, I'm just thinking about the end of the words, if that is always the rule. Found another example, but it's right for that example as well. Might just be. Maybe I'm stupid and never really learned German. Bei mir auch nach der 9. Team abgewählt und ich kann nicht mehr nach 2. Handybaum, to be honest, it's like I had to take it till 10th grade for my Latinum, and I did that, and it was annoying. It was annoying. Like, you translate Caesar's Bellum Gallicum, and you don't really learn anything, to be honest. And you will forget it very fast. I can tell you that. You will forget it very fast because you just don't need it. And it's a little bit annoying. French and Spanish. I should have gone for French. I had the decision, actually. But at this, when I started and decided I would go for Latin in Germany, we had a choice between Latin and French. And the thing was, they told us, yeah, it might be that if you go for a university, you need Latin. And I was like, okay, I probably want to study. So I went for Latin. And then in the end, French would have been much better. Are you currently in a relationship? I am not in a relationship. I talked about that before, actually. It was like, I studied for a long time next to my job. And when I was studying next to my job, I had like no time. Actually, no time. I was working 40, 50 hours a week. And when I came home at 6 p.m., I had like instantly something to do for studying at a video conference or something like that at 6:30. And then this went on to like 10 p.m. And at 10 p.m., I had my first free time. And honestly, barely leaves work for a relationship. Oh my god, your German accent is so good. Say it again. What should I say it again? What should I say? I try to hide my German accent, honestly. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Doesn't always work. So now we cleared Holo Campaign 265, which is the last stage. We got another Core Origin Shard selection chest. And yeah, it was pretty easy. Do you have any pets? I have 2 dogs. And they are very cute. We snack place 3 here. Look at that. Look at that stupidity here. I mean, that's not alright. He cleared it with 79 million. By the way, Anton, pretty cool. This is one of the guys on my server. He pulled like an SS Star Alchemist Orbs. I sold that to Jesus, I think. And from the money, he bought himself like an A Starving Jarer and an A Ferric Investor, and he bought himself a lot of A heroes, and I love that. And now he clears every content. It's great, honestly. It's great. A lot of 28 years old people here. And yeah, Idle Heroes, I think the community is a little bit old comparably. Like, not that many young people. Undefeated. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, undefeated. What dog breed? One is mixed. It's like Labradors in their Golden Retriever somehow, and we have no idea. And the other one is Poodle. Poodle? Do you even say Poodle in English? Because I know Puddle, and Puddle is something else. No, Poodle. Let me Google that as well. So annoying that you have to Google that. I was always lazy. Poodle. You write it with like 2 O's. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. What's that power? Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a lot, kind of. But Jesus has way more. I saw his TOC team, and this TOC team had like I think 1.9 billion. And that's insane. 18, 15, 16, 17, 29. Still, that's like above average. You don't have those really young people. I think at 15 you're already quite young in the community. I think we have people up here to like 50 or something. Not even, so like some really old dudes in there as well. Can already see Island 3 coming soon. Yeah, I hope coming soon doesn't again mean coming soon in 3 months, because this is a little bit slow. And I think people love to get those buffs. Every time we unlock something here, they always get buffs for the respective stage on the main campaign, so that's still nice. And I'm also waiting for Island 5 on the main campaign, because that might be interesting. You have to consider, when we talk about Holo Campaign 2, then Holo Campaign 2 is at Island 2 difficulty. And we cleared Island 2 ages ago. So Island 3 might be a little bit more interesting, actually. But we are also past the strength of Island 3. Both of my teams are also past the strength of what I used to clear Island 4. So that is another thing. Did you do the Starry Gem Mall once for #1 treasure train? Yeah, but I decided to make that a members video. Because I needed a members only video for... because the one I planned is a little bit delayed. So I want to give my members something to see. So I made special episode of that for the members. Also with the retiring of the SS SFX also in there. So that's quite cool. Will be a nice video, I guess. To stretch the time, or to fill the time till the armor videos coming up. 60 here, 69. 69? Okay. Yes, we are happy with buffs. It takes more time for new Holo to be released than for Wraec to clear it. Yeah, definitely. Holo 3 with 3 teams and then Holo 4 with 4 teams. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, they can't do that. I think they showed it at the beginning, but, like, how many people actually have more than 12 Transcendence heroes? Then again, we could still clear it. I mean, I just showed how we could clear stages with just a Vulcan or something. So yeah, we could clear it. I retired the SSSFX that I got from Jesus. We talked about that at the beginning of the stream. That I bought SSSFX from Jesus, and he bought mine. I made a little bit of story with that, and then I retired his because it was too hard to sell, and I needed the contract story anyway to buy some packs. How do you check the buffs after clearing holo stages? I can't because I'm no longer at those stages. You can't see it once you have cleared the stages, but the people that are at stage 2.6 or in 2.6, they can see it. You overtook my guildmate in Treasure Train. Well, I mean, like, Treasure Train, I'm for now still place 1. But that will change. That will change. I won't buy weeklies anymore. So if you want to see me at place 1, now is the one time we will do that. And no longer afterwards. Anyway, honestly, it's a bad habit to spend on such games. You don't need money to spend on such games. Use your money, spend it on some good stuff. So save it up, invest it into some good stuff. Don't invest it into crypto or something. Invest it into some solid stuff and then use the money, do some good stuff with it. Honestly, that's better than invest it into idle heroes or invest it into idle heroes. I say spend it on idle heroes, let's say that. Wind is in your guild! I bought some packs yesterday just to pass him, honestly. It was some fun. Why do you have an A- Ignis? Because at one point it was hard for support heroes to survive in Star Expedition. And at that point I saw this wonderful A Ignis and I thought, man, this is great. Because she has Holy Armor and Divine Lock, and I thought, that's huge. That's huge. Also pretty nice. 10 and 4 Hellora, by the way. 6,400 attack, 8-tier attack. It was pretty cheap. I bought it for retiring value, and we have Holy Armor, we have Divine Lock, both on the same hero. And she survives extremely well, but I mean, now you have 4.2 million attack on a no homeowner hero with 57 million HP, and I remember having 60 million HP on her, and now that's like surpassed. Do those new train tickets only give alien dessert things, or do they just have higher drop chances? I thought they would just have higher drop chances, but when I did the video, I noticed they only give alien dessert things. They can't give the other stuff. Yeah, it's quite insane. NFTs, yeah, I don't really like NFTs. Like, the thing with NFTs, and NFTs to a certain extent, yeah, I can still understand it, but like the thing with crypto, for example, there's just nothing behind it. It always just has the value people see in it, and that's a little bit weird, to be honest. Like, for example, shares, they do well when the company does well. You get some money out of it. It's honestly just feels better than crypto, for example. But can we have a peek at your treasure train bonus? Yeah, we can do that. So I never really got that. I never really wanted to have crypto or NFTs. I have some NFTs actually, but this wasn't intended for me to have NFTs. I bought Reddit avatars, and those are NFTs. And I actually made money on those, which is even more weird considering my negative opinion on all of that. It's fun for me, and I'm very impatient, and I'm not spending much, maybe like 200 in a year or so, it's fine. I mean, you can do that. I mean, 200 in a year won't kill you. Just, the thing is, if you start with 200 in a year, you're quickly at 300, and then you're at 400, and suddenly you're spending 2k a month, and yeah, I mean, like, if you can do that, if you have the money for that, it's alright, but if you don't have the money for that, that can quickly lead to problems. And there are only 3 kinds of spenders in Idle Heroes, and the one, we have the super rich people, we have the people that afford enough, and then we have the people that are in debt, and those last kind, yeah, not good. Not good. Will you spend on wishing coin this week? I did like 2 completions, but I don't want to do more than that. I mean, it's overall, you get treasure train tickets, yeah, but it's not like a great event. There are better events than that. So, do you reckon Fortran team with A-GK can clear stage 2 of Void campaign? Stage 2 or stage 2 of Void campaign or Holo campaign? Holo campaign will be a little bit of a problem, but the normal campaign should work no problem. Damage reduction by attack 90%. Yeah, that's like a little bit of an A and B effect. It's quite cool. Thanks guys for the congratulations for the 6,000 subs. Makes me quite happy that we could pass that actually. Was quite nice. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what we really have to see, we have all of those buffs. Those are cool. Those are like the hero token buffs, those here. There is good stuff in there. I mean, what do we have here? The whole defensive buffs for the warrior, for example. 3% damage reduction, 7.5 crit damage, 27% armor. Insane. Insane. Or for mage, we have even more control precision. We have even more control in the offset. If it wasn't for Phantom Defier Lena, Starwing Jara would see everything. Like absolutely everything. I mean, even PvE, we now have to be a little bit careful with her because she's insane. Or 6.8% dodge rate for Ranger. Those are insane. Absolutely bonkers. And then we have all of those buffs for Void Campaign, Campaign Realmsgate, and Void Vortex that I can't even really use at the moment. And there is nice stuff in there. You already saw the damage reduction by attack, the A and B effect that we have. 15% armor break is huge damage. 60 speed? I mean, hook me up with that. 13.5 HP, then we have just block, armor, more precision, control immunity, 9% attack buff, 11% crit, and skill damage. 126% skill damage buff. I mean, it is insane how strong my heroes would be if we do Void Campaign. We just did Void Campaign. We had all of those buffs here. We had all of those buffs. You have to imagine that. Every single hero that we used had all of those buffs on top of the existing stats. That was all added to it. And at that point, you don't even have to be surprised how those guys can't die or can't be defeated or can solo entire stages because they are buffed to oblivion. It's insane. So that is one thing. And we have the same stuff basically for Realmsgate, Void Vortex, and Void Arc. We have skill damage, armor break, all of those buffs as well. All damage dealt here, all damage reduction, even more insane. I mean, I would be even stronger in Void Vortex and Void Arc if there was anything to clear there. But it's very hard for me to clear Void Campaign even with just 117 with Vesa and MFF on my account. Yeah, I can understand. I mean, that will just take some time. You have to get a certain amount of strength and then you can go past it. And I mean, if you need any guides, for example, those are on Discord. You can find them on the Idle Heroes Discussion Discord. There are some good guides there for mid-game and stuff. That helps as well. A or above copy, why does the attack or health number so important? Like once Barry got A and 5,600 attack, he said, very bad copy, like how much will 5,600 mean when you have 6.7 million attack already? You mean like how much attack that will give you? The attack buff itself isn't even that insane. Honestly, it's a few 100k. It's like if you have like a 3,000 attack copy and get like 5,000 attack copy, maybe you get like 300, 400k, maybe something like that. It's not that insane. So of course, I mean, you take it, and it's a huge difference if you for example compare a 2,000 attack copy to a 7,000 attack copy. But in the end game, it's mostly about min-maxing. Like it's one source of getting attack. So you take it because you can get it. And that's the point. So overall, you will want huge attack buffs on endgame accounts. But like if that's your only source of attack, yeah, you invest heavily into one thing, but it's like it's an absolute endgame investment and doesn't give you that much, honestly. So yeah, A copies are mostly for Giant Killer. Giant Killer is really the stuff because it doubles your PvE damage. So that's the thing. Do those new tickets drop all the train things or just Alien Deserts? I just answered that. And it was even somebody that typed it below there. They just give the Alien Deserts. Nothing else. You can even see that. It says it here. You check that out, it just gives you Alien Dessert stuff. There is nothing else in here. Alien Dessert, and there is no other headline, so just Alien Dessert. Nothing else. And you can also see it here. 0.6% chance for a pink Alien Dessert thing, because there are only 2 in there. Not 6 like last time. First time in stream, what's up? We just cleared the Holo campaign, slaughtered that, and now we are talking a little bit about treasure train buffs and how they are a little bit insane. Because we just finished talking about that. Could I add you, please? My friend list is always full, mate. Like, it's really hard to add me. I sometimes throw somebody off the friend list if they are inactive or something, but people ask me every day. So, yeah, in-game, 50 friend limit, you know. It's a little bit hard. Let's check out Force War. Your son had a toddler chat from me. Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem, mate. Flag capture status. Come on. Let's help Jesus a little bit. Should I save the new tickets between events so I can eventually complete them, everything free to play? We don't know yet if those events work on the next, if those tickets work on the next event. It doesn't say that. So, yeah, that is a bit of a problem. I wanted to ask them that actually, because I thought it was quite interesting if that works. But for now, it seems mostly like you need to complete it in one go. Force War sucks. Yeah, nobody really likes it, to be honest. It is a huge difference, though, if you compare Amazon and Android Force War. Like on Amazon, you can deal so much more damage. It's insane. Like the attacks that I do here on Android, if they do 20 points or something, that would be like 3% damage on Amazon, and here it's like 0.2 or 0.0.2. 0.02, not 2 points, 1 point. And that's like the thing. And I think DH, they have a problem rebalancing that game mode, because they say like, it is a game mode, we think it's interesting, we think it's good, we would love to see people compete in it, but people don't care. And that is the thing. And Force War is balanced for player numbers. Like if you have 100,000 players, then the damage every single one does is lower than if you only had 10,000 players. So the number of registers players influences the damage that we can do. And that actually limits the abilities of strong players to do high damage numbers and impact Force War in a meaningful way. And the problem with that is also multiple things. We have farmers accounts. There are people who farm starry gems to sell it. And they summon heroes and they sell them on the auction house. But to summon heroes, you need starry gems or contract starry gems. So obviously, Force War is great for them because it drops contract starry gems. So they register 200, 300 accounts, and you have multiple of those guys. So there are a few thousand accounts registered in every given Force War that are just there to claim some rewards. They don't care for high points because they get their starry gems for the place the entire force gets. So they don't even have to do anything in Force War other than register. And so they don't play, they just reduce everybody's damage, which is, of course, a huge problem. And the other thing is people just burn out from it. You don't really care anymore. Because why would you attack in Force War? Like, you don't feel like you do a whole lot for your force by attacking. Not even I do that. I mean, like, if I reduced one castle by 2% after a day, I say, great, okay, were some good attacks. Superb, I love it. But doesn't really feel like, yeah, Wraec came in and he destroyed 2 castles and saved the force or something, which obviously would make it more interesting. But yeah, that really doesn't happen at all. So that, in a sense, is a little bit of a problem. And for people that can't really do high numbers of damage, it's even more frustrating. Because, like, imagine, just look at our Amazon account. If you watch the episodes where we looked at Force War on the Amazon account, if you check that out, we can't use warriors because warriors are blocked. And all of our good heroes are warriors. So our strongest hero that we can fight with on Amazon is our carry. And now imagine you're a new player and you build your LFA, and for you he is your strongest hero, he is your greatest hero, he is the hero you love, you like, and you want to see him do well. And you can't even use him. So you have to use your crap heroes that get one shot, and then you get the pity points. Oh, we only did 17 points. That is annoying. I don't have any suitable setup on those heroes. And then you get your pity points, because even if you do 0 damage, you reduce 2 durability. So you do that. And then you do 10 attacks for like a little bit of durability. And that's so annoying. That's so bad. Like, no idea what they thought, why that would be good. And for example, the thing is, it gets more and more obvious what you want to reduce or what you want to skip on. Like if you really want the enemy to do less damage, just take out the warriors. Like, how are you going to do damage with warriors? But the other thing is like the how are they called? Warriors done. The mage one is even more annoying. Yeah, there's some RNG in it, Neo. Like if you attack a statue that does nothing, okay, there's less RNG. But if you attack one that really does it, then there is huge RNG. So now we have no damage dealer, only 14 points. And if we attack that one again, which has nothing in it, the second, we do that. Let me put that in as well. That's good enough. Now we should do 20 again. But 20 in itself is another problem. Like, I hate it. We did E plus 14 damage on some of those statues this time. And how is that only 20? Like, we hit 20 in the first Force War season. The strongest players did 20 durability in the first Force War season. And there is no way for them to ever become stronger and do more, because it doesn't matter how much more damage I do now. It was always 20. Doesn't matter. So now we no longer need strategy. I need to put like an endless cane on this DTV, and then we can click it, and oh, a wonder, it is 20. That is no team. That is the same stuff that we used to clear Void campaign. There is not even like a demon bell or something here. It's just the stuff we used. And let's just check that out. Okay. This is E plus 12. 7 E plus 12 is 8. It's like 9. 9. How much is that? That would be 7 million. No, that's not 12 million. That's already 672 million, 105 billion, 9 trillion damage. And how much do we have to do? That's billion. So we are like 8 times the damage we needed to do to get 20 points. With a bad team, we are at 8 times the damage we need to do to get 20 points. And like I said, we can't scroll down here, so there's no way to do more damage. So that's like annoying. And it just takes too long to do it every day. Of course, we're going to do Stip Battle and get the points again, and yeah, and it's nice. But honestly, the Age said it themselves. The interaction rate they get is horrible. People just don't care. They go for it. And they don't know what to do. And I think the bad part is they didn't really change a whole lot. They changed some things that I like, some things that were stupid, like the individual ranking rewards, for example. For the top ranking rewards in Season 1, you needed 300,000 points. I don't know why they expected that, but then you needed 300,000 points. And they changed that, so that's pretty good. And because 300,000 points, if you scroll down, okay, I was bloody lazy. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I just got my first 2 days. You can see the top 100 is barely at 300,000 points. So that is another thing. I stopped carrying myself. Like, I'm not Force War leader. I didn't become Force War leader. I pushed in a way that I was place 1 when the Force rival phase started. Still didn't get Force leader, so I stopped carrying at that point. On durability reduction at 11, okay, we had that. Is it better to do Guild Force War and individual rec? This is my first Force War season, so I don't know. This doesn't matter at all, actually. I mean, if you wanna go with your clanmates, you can have a little bit more of an impact as a clan. Because clans in general are better organized than forces, so if you go in there as a clan, you can take down a few towers. You can just say and make a clan group in Discord or something, and then say, okay, you're attacking A36. You can do the same, honestly, if you're the leader, but you can do some good stuff. Only 8 people can get Starry Gems? Nah, that is not for the top 8. This is for forces. Those are the force rewards. Every single force gets contract starry gems. The top force gets 600 contract starry gems. The bottom force gets 200 contract starry gems. So this is not for individuals, this is for forces. So yeah. Another thing is the Wanderer avatar. I mean, this time they got close. 8 now here. Could have taken out like 2 more forces. But those 2 forces stayed at 1, so that was a little bit horrible. And it's still too short for that. I think we still need more damage. The H just need to adjust the damage a little bit. It would be huge actually if they just added some more layers. If that goes to 40 or something, durability. And we could really use the strength to do some more. How do you check which rank your force is? Depends. It depends actually. If your force is already gone, it depends on the order they went out, I think. The first force that goes out is the last one, is last ranked. The second is second ranked, I think. Second to last. And then it's the order of the forces that are live. So, like, currently this force that I'm in is place 1. Yeah. I was enjoying Force until my guild leader decided to tank our team for Avatar. That is going to happen for now. I mean, like, Avatar is huge loot. You get stats for that. You don't really get stats for the contract story. I can understand how people want the contract story, but it's like 400 contract story at best. And even if every force plays right, one is bound to lose. So you could have been unlucky and could have been the same force. I think the point is we really want to get the Avatar. I really wanted to get the Avatar. But I think the Avatar will be available at exactly one time. One time, and if you get it at that time, then it's good, and next time it won't work. Because once people have the Avatar, and the top people have the Avatar, they will no longer sacrifice their forces. They will just go for max loot. So, that is like another thing. The Avatar will only be available one time. Because it's obviously impossible for Wanderers to win unless people really want them to. And we had 4 or 5 forces this time that tried to let Wanderers win, and even now it didn't work. So that is another thing I don't like. Like, even if you try to make Wanderers win, you can't make them win. And we had good cooperation this time. And even my force, that had they deleted it, but they had like help Green become Wanderers. So even those guys were supportive in a way. So that's like stupid. And I really didn't get it. So I don't know. The balancing is off in Force War. It is really off. There are a few more things and they didn't change enough in my opinion yet. So our leader's Jesus is here. Yeah. He's a good guy. What I really hate, guys, and now one thing. I have to drink a little bit and then we will talk about the topic. Listen, I have to be really honest right now. I saw some stuff on the internet. I saw some people, like, even writing bad comments and threats and trash talking and insulting commanders that went for the Avatar. I mean, like, where the hell are we here? We are talking about 400 contract story gems at best. At best. That is if you force 1. People always assume that force wins. I don't know where they get that stupid idea. Could have been 5th place force after all. And then we talk about 120 story gems maybe. So somehow people think it is good way if they insult the people that lead the force and try to go for the Avatar. It is never great if you insult people and trash talk them on the internet and write hate messages in the chat or something about them. And honestly, that stuff has to stop. I even saw some threats, like, how the hell, where do your life has to be? In which position do you have to be in life that you write threats over 120 contract story? Like, okay, mate. That's insane. That's insane. Like, don't do that. Just live with it that Force War is a crappy game mode, that the impact most of your people have, including me, is like 0 for most part, and that the H has to change that game mode. But really, stop insulting and threatening people on the internet for bloody contract starry gems. That's really messed up, honestly. Yeah, Wanderers get some contract starry gems too. Yep, they get contract starry gems too. I think it depends on the position you had when you were exiled. So like the first one that is exiled is last place, then the one after that is place 7 and so on. So yeah, you can still get a very decent chunk of contract starry still like that. For example, right now, if green now goes out, they get place 6. If then the brown one goes out, then we have they get place 5 even. So if we check that out, 6 is 320 and 5 would be 380 contract starry gems. So that's insane. How do you go for the avatar? They usually don't use the not stronghold info, the divine statue technology. They usually take out the divine statue technology and just have weak forces by that. You can see it right here. There is no symbol here. They have set nothing. So their puppets, their statues in their castle, when we attack them, they don't really defend the castle. They don't have strong abilities, they don't CCU and don't have attribute reductions, and thereby we easily get 20 points. So they try to get exiled as fast as possible, so that as many forces as possible are exiled, so you get as many players as possible in the exiled faction, so they can take over forces quickly. And this time, once again, they didn't have enough time. Just not enough time to do enough damage. Yeah, I think the whales are pretty motivated, but like half of the forces, the lower place, they say, okay, I'm exiled, yeah, I'm done. And they don't look into it. And obviously the other thing is, you have some natural burn of people. You have like the people that did it for 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and they just don't want to play it anymore. So that's another thing. Yeah, I guess most people go in there, then they do their 6 summons and they curse the age for life and then write hate messages about the age, those people, and say like, okay, yeah, in my 600 contract starry gems I didn't get an 8 here. Force was confusing. It's not really confusing, it's just that you expect it to be good when it really isn't. Collect that chest, please. Did I forget it again? Collect it. I forgot that chest all the time. I forget it all the time. It's like stupid how much you have to collect here. I'm 720th on my leaderboard. The leaderboard is only important for top 100. Like for top 100, the special loot, and afterwards it's for the points. Then the points matter that you have. I was placed 34, right? Ugh, it's not great. Should have done a little bit more. Should have maybe done a little bit more. 35 even. Oh my god. I even let this mine fill up. It's like this earth vein. Even that filled up sometimes. So I was lazy myself. I tell you that. So yeah, I didn't really do anything. Can we get a better rank, please? Do I have a better rank now? No, I don't. So yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Do you have something nice on the auction house? I won't stream for too long anymore. I mean, we did the main part on the content. Not really too much to ask anymore. Interesting, by the way. Since a long time we have an SS Queen in here. That's quite cool. By the way, quite fun if you check out Says. It basically says ass. It's a little bit funny. I joked about that. And also quite funny, people now panic selling their Starwing Jars for like nothing. Look at that Starwing Jar with SSHP 74. K, attack 72, speed with holy damage control precision, giant killer selling for 35k. I mean, even that won't sell, I guess. So, and just now everybody at the worst time possible, when they are worth absolutely nothing, try to sell their Starwing Jars to buy, I don't know, Vulcans or something. Like, nah, they are not going to sell, mate. Really aren't. Like, maybe if you put them in for cheap, but I don't really think that's worth it. Starwing Jar is still the strongest CC hero that we have, and at this point, we might just see another CC meta soon, or later on, and maybe even in PvE. In PvE, I could imagine there being a CC meta as well. I need like 13 levels to max my house, so yeah. 67 starry gems, that's contract starry. That's the contract starry I got from retiring the SS SFX, and I already used 33k of that for the starry gem war stuff. Also bought some cores, by the way. That is my starry gems, 46k. I bought some cores. Didn't use them yet. We have like 78 cores, but I'm waiting for them to introduce, I don't know how the new hero was even called. I think they're just going to put them in here next week, so next week I'm just going to do 78 cores. Probably a few more, and get a few copies of the new hero. It's possible to make Jara work PvP, I have an idea, but not sure I want to invest in the testing. It still works in a way, but it's a lot weaker. It's just a lot... Ilamak, exactly, Starred, Ilamak. It's a lot weaker. It's just no longer that reliable in terms of CC. And especially if you use the Starwing Jara core, the Starwing Jara core got a heavy, not nerf, because it's still the same strength, but it's just way less meta. Because every time you do an active skill, you move the Starwing Jara core effect. It's so stupid. You attack the enemy and it triggers exactly in the right way so that it removes the core instantly. And that in itself is, of course, a huge disadvantage now. If she's last, you can still use her. As she is not a bad hero. I mean, she's not a bad hero. How do I make my Transcendence Vesa stronger? Well, put her in a residence. Put sublimations on her. Get a good copy. Get some treasure train stuff, maybe. Get better copies for your tenants. Get better gear. Get better stone on her. A lot of ways, actually, to make her stronger. Then you can have like 20 million attack or 90 million attack, which we have at the moment. So that's I guess the go-to for that. Let's just put some tenant stuff back on again. Wanna have huge attack? I wanna have huge attack. Do I have huge attack now? Also upgrading. Did you see, by the way? Oh, we have to check something out. I wasn't really thinking about that. I'm not looking forward to face Elena in campaign. Yeah, the dodge is going to be horrible. Yeah. Really is. Not looking forward to that as well. We have to check something out. Not that. We have to check... that one? Ah, that's wrong. This one. We have to check this out. Because I still didn't use any of those balloons or what? Dragon scales. They are dragon scales. I might want to use some of those. I mean, give me some skin stuff. That's alright. There is now even CI in here. There's CI in here. It's like big CI packs in here that you can buy for 100k dragon scales. It's quite insane. Now can just go into the shop here, buy some stuff. What damage do you do in SE? It's different. It's like 2E plus 15, something around that usually. But I have to say, last time I didn't really get to attack at 70% plus HP bosses, so my Defier was never really active. So that's yeah, that's a little bit horrible. But I could do more. I'm just improving the team still a little bit. Just got the last tenant to T5, so that's rather nice. And I think next time I can do reasonably well. I'm still waiting for like an S-tier Livia, Gurki, Ignis, MFF or SQH to hit the market and be, well, not as a reasonable price, but like maybe close to retire price, something like that. That would be very nice. Won't CC strategies drop that once PDE campaign? No, I don't think so. I mean, like, PDE only removes CC when you do an active skill. So, there are still rounds where you don't do an active skill. So, at that round, they will probably will be relevant. And the other thing, of course, is, we just talked about it. PDE is obviously good. But we also get, like, huge buffs for mage here. Look at that. Control precision 6%. Control immunity offset 4%. And then we go into Gate of the Void. We check that out. And then we see we have like 16.8% control immunity offset, 50% stat boost for mages on top of that. And then we have like this one. And there we are already at 7.4% control immunity offset with 30% stat boost for mage. So that is like, we get so many sources of CI offset and precision now. On top of stuff like Rui and the copy itself. That Starwing Jar is kind of relevant still for PvE. I like the idea of investing heavily into CI offset and CI precision and then just using her with the Rui and her core in campaign. Because you can see so much just from that. So that is like insane. My Vesa, I assume you mean the copy itself. I got pretty good copy, honestly. A+ copy, 7.2k attack, precision giant killer defier. Pretty nice roll. Could be better. At the time I bought this, I considered this a god roll. Right now I would consider it a god roll if that wasn't precision but armor break. Armor break would be a little bit better on a copy. Because armor break on as a bonus stat is, in my opinion, better than precision. Because you can get precision imprint and that will be worth much more than the precision bonus stat on a copy. Just like a little calculating thing that I did, that I will also explain during the armor video, but as I said, still have to test some stuff that we will see then. Which avatar frame is better, Starland 1 base or 1 or Force War base 1? Starland and Force War, oh my god, we have to check that out. I have no idea. Is that the Force War base one? I guess. Unyielding Force. 8% all damage reduction, 18% HP, 8% attack. And this one is the Starland base one. 8% all damage dealt, 18% HP, 8% attack. So HP and attack is the same, but the one has all damage reduction and one has all damage dealt. I go for damage. Go for damage. Starland Arena. Better, I would say. Yeah. How much armor break would A+ have? Oh god, you're asking me stuff. There is a chart for that by Lowly. Wait a second, I will check that out. I know I have the chart somewhere. Holo campaign speed data. Ooh, Asu posted a holo campaign speed data mine in the Adlerus discussion Discord. That's quite huge. Oh, and I'm also in there. It's always so funny if you look into it anywhere. You didn't really know that, and you see your name again. Okay, bye Lowly and rest in peace Leo. We now find a wonderful list here. A+ armor break. A+ armor break is 50%. So that bonus stat would be 50% armor break. Which is quite good, I would say. How much armor attack is that? DTV stats, we can show that as well. There it is, DTV. DTV comparably low attack at 13 million. I mean, for the rest of us, but then again, I didn't invest into the tenants as much as I did on the Ferric Investor. Though I think it would be kind of cool. I might do that next. Just getting a really huge Doom Terminator Vulcan would be really nice. Stat-wise, keep in mind, I mean, the copy is pretty bad. Let's say that. The copy is pretty bad. You don't want B+ attack. But we got it for free. That is a free Doom Terminator Vulcan A-. I pulled that from the B+ core from Black Friday event. So that is free. Skill damage Giant Killer Divine Block is the roll I got, I think, 2-3 days ago. Quite low time ago. Skill damage is huge on Doom Terminator Vulcan. JK is huge on Doom Terminator Vulcan, and we take Divine Block for a little bit of defense, so that's nice as well. And if you see that each layer deals 300% of damage, 500% of damage, we have low numbers, so the impact of skill damage is huge. And with that, we come to a skill damage of 330%. That is added on top of stuff like this. So if you have 300%, you add the 330 on top of that. So each layer of Concentrated Ray now deals 630% damage, which is nice as it just casually doubled the damage of this Concentrated Ray thing. And then we add GK on top of that if we are in PvE, and suddenly we have over 1000% attack damage from just the basic stuff, which is huge. Which is just definitely huge. How do I have so many? I mean, do I have a lot? It's like six of those, and working on the 7th. I mean, compared to other OP people, I was lazy, so they have way more. I'm just upgrading my stuff here, and I didn't even go for a proper way. Like, the good way to do that would be to see how much value every single frame here has, and there is like avatar gallery value, and then you can see how much you get, and there are those have different costs in upgrading, so you need like a different amount of frames, and so the points that you get for the gallery have a different cost with every single frame that you have, and like some of them are bad. For example, I think the Black Friday ones are usually quite bad if you upgrade them for the gallery, but some others are really good. So usually would go for the good ones, but I just went for the fancy ones. I just wanted those that I liked. I wanted to upgrade my Black Friday ones. I wanted to upgrade my Ace Championship ones. My Ace Championship place top 4 one that I got together with Paragon back then, which was huge. Well, actually, I didn't get that one with Paragon. I did got that one with Chronicles. I can show you guys that. That's pretty cool, actually. That's actually pretty cool. Season 26, no, it was like... Not that one. See? Season 4 of Ace Championship. I was in Chronicles. This was Chronicles. Top Guild was a mega project back then. With like GDP and Jesus and Barry. And all of those guys. And then it was like Zodiac and District. And I just joined Chronicles basically. And we lucked out and got through to being in the top 4. Can we see the schedule, actually? Oh, no, we can't. That's the current schedule, right? Oh, sad. Would have been nice if they saved that, actually. But they didn't. So I was in Chronicles back then. That is the Season 4 frame I got with Chronicles. I just noticed that I didn't post this stream anywhere. Huh. Didn't even post it to our channel, but I guess you can see the event. So that's alright. Yeah. It's okay. So, I would say that's about it. Do you want to see anything? I mean, I will search for the symbols now. We talked about it, the YouTube symbols. I have it in some folder on my PC. I will try to find that. And then I will make new symbols for the memberships on YouTube. Definitely, if you don't know it yet, check out the memberships we have for the channel. Definitely worth it. You get some cool videos out of it. Show your C-Lens, please. Well, we can do that. It's 30 for most of it. It's 30 on all except the Shadow one. And Shadow one we are doing with no homeowners. So we try to clear it with no homeowners. Might take some time. We can improve a little bit on that. Just probably not today, though. Yeah, we will improve on that, because we now get every time more attack, and I'm upgrading the Starving Jar as well, because she's Ferric Investor Tenant. So she gets bigger and bigger every single day. We'll give it a few days, then she will hit like 8 million attack, and then we will go on and try to clear even more of Shadow SR without homeowners, which is a pretty cool video, honestly. I made a video on Shadow SR without homeowners. If you care for that, that is on the channel as well. Which is quite interesting. Just hope to one-shot with Jara Melodic round 1 on 26.4. It can work. It can work. Nitish! Hi mate. Happy that you're here. Quite cool. Ike is asking, Wraec is Defier's skill damage and GK best stat on Mockman. I'm not the biggest fan of Defier on Mockman, honestly. It's like it's okay. It definitely heightens your damage in the first hits that you do. But you're so quickly behind those 30% of life that it really feels like a waste. I mean, like, you could go for holy damage on that. I think you go for skill damage, you go for GK, and you'd go for anything that you like. That's like, you can go for the R, for example. I think that's pretty reasonable. People often just go for highest damage, but you can take some DR on that. You can take armor break, you can take precision. I would not take precision, probably. I would take armor break, DR is okay, divine block is okay. Defier is reasonably fine, so that is alright as well. Lowly72, game is dying. People say that for 2 years now. Honestly, it didn't happen. So I think we still have some time with the game. Majara is a carry and she has 700k less attack than Wraec. Yeah, the buffs they stack up. Why she doesn't have sublime skills? Because I don't use her. I did a big switch for the team, and we switched to like PDE, we switched to DTV and Star Alchemist Homes, and at that point I transferred a lot of sublimations I had on, for example, Starwing Jara over to those heroes. And before that, we built a Starwing Jara team. Pretty much a lot of success with the Starwing Jara team in PvP and PvE. And then, of course, we had full sublimations on Starwing Jara. And sublimations on Starwing Jara are pretty huge. Can definitely recommend going for it. You get some more CC from the focus stuff here, for example, or some distraction for the PvE mobs so that they don't purify your CC, because you can you poison them and you put some other stuff on them, and also that gives you some monster synergy, so that's nice as well. So a lot of good stuff in the sublimation, which is nice. I had a mock with GK, Divine Block, and DR. He was really tanky and strong. Yeah, that can be good. That can be good, especially if you go like PvE and you put him in the front row, do some nice stuff with that, maybe crown team. That can be nice. Which sublimations are important on SFX? SFX is weird. She really likes all sublimations. She's like a really full sublimation girl. All of her sublimations are great, to be honest. Like you go for the active skill for just more damage. Then you probably go somewhere here. You have sharpness here, so double dodges. And here you get the 50 energy for impeccable flow. So you go for like the active skill, then you go for passive 2 to get double dodges. Then you go for passive 3 to get impeccable flow, energy gain, and some of the other stuff, some block stuff and everything, some extra impeccable flow. And then you still get the basic attack, because you can get basic attack with impeccable flow, and that's huge as well. So I would say you max Sword Flash sublimation, but you do it in the right order, as I just said. Do you think I would have an easier time with 8-min attack Mockman than 7-min attack Jara in 257? Which one was 257? Let's check that out. 2.5. I remember 2.5 was honestly quite annoying. Yeah, you would. 257, you would have an easier time with Mockman. Mockman could kill all the Valkyries for you in one go if you have sublimations on him, and then the stage is easy. How Mockman do without sublimations? Bad. Does like quarter of the damage of the Mockman with sublimations. You need at least the active skill sublimations and passive 2, so he hits 3 enemies and does 50% more damage. That is important. So you have to get lucky for game to bug out, and so that Wraec doesn't put burns on team. I think you can also nuke yourself through, but I mean at that point you are just outstatting, and like having so many stats that you can just nuke yourself through stages is hardly any skill at all, so, and not optimal at all beyond that. 258. Honestly works with Mockman as well. The strategy that you can go is just nuking all 3 memes. You can do that with Mockman. If you nuke all 3 mims, you just do a few attempts till he targets all 3 mims, get some good damage, nuke them, go for full damage options on that, and then you just have 3 carries that you have to clear, and that will work out. When do you think we should transition from Jara main house owner? You can do Jara main house owner for quite a long time. I think if you reach 2.5, you might have some problems with it, unless your attack is really high. Then you can go for Mockman, but you should keep in mind that Mockman is only worth it if you got the sublimations. So, like, keep starving Jara as long as you need to get the proper sublimations for Mockman. And yeah, that's then alright. Yeah, I think that's good enough of a description for now. So, I really do like questions now. It's interesting. You guys have a lot of questions. What is the best support for Mockman? SQH is pretty nice. 20% damage buff gives him some nice buff on the burst. Pretty good. I'm at 2.6 something with 2 homes, 2 shoulders, 2 ticks. That is a horrible wave. Yeah, it is. Keep in mind, you really want the CC Purify. Some people tend to go for Attribute Reduction Purify, but that really doesn't work out. Unless you have PDE, maybe then it works actually. I'm free to pay and I'm wondering, should I go for Mockman or DTV to carry me a 7th trance? 7th trance, okay. Difficult, depends on if you have sublimations. I'm preferring Mockman, but honestly, the last time I saw DTV carrying hard. If he fits into your account and you can get tenants for him, some sublimations and everything, try DTV, it's cool. Meme is so beautiful, I love his design. Meme is weird. He has like 100% control immunity. That's like insane. How it feels after completing all work on Ilios, it's a bit weird, honestly. I was sitting here, I was just chilling, I was thinking like, yeah, you're now done. You've done your work, you have done it. I like, stream is over, work is done. I go home now, guys. But now we do questions, and this is fine as well, honestly. So, that is another thing. I used Endless Vesa for 258, just needs a little energy. RNG, yeah, it's astonishing how good Vesa can do against some of those waves. Like, she was a little bit of a secret tip in 2.5, because she can clear some of the stages just with like an A and B and her survivability. None of first and second passive yet, then Mockman would be horrible for you, Nino. Probably better to go for DTV then. I think the cutoff for Jara is like 352 or something, at least where I took. And you can turk her for a long time. She can do main, can be main carry for a long time. The thing is, you can also use DTV for that. So, if it makes it easier for you to get ahead earlier, then just use another hero. That is the thing. Don't have to stick to starving Jara, even though she is great. She is great. But people underestimate how good she can be without being a homeowner. Like, you can still put her in the team, put her at the last slot or something and let her CC. This would still work. Outspeeding is a thing anyway. I mean, like, the longer you play Void Campaign and the further you get, the more you distance yourself from the thought that you can outspeed the enemies. And if you are past that, then you think with other strats, then you already include into your strats that you might have to take the first round of hits to actually get something going yourself. But still, even if you do that, and you get hit for the first round, then still you can have a Starving Jara that puts some CC out, and that CC might stay up for the next round. So it can still be good to have a Starving Jara, despite her not being a homeowner and not outspeeding. So that is another thing. What's 352? Okay, I mean that those stages are not special. A lot of those stages are repeating, and you can use the same strats, and if your strat is not out stats but really have a strategy behind that, like clearing certain heroes, getting a kill on something, you always need a certain amount of stats, but like this is not really a special stage. The damage over time is critical here with the Elysiums going in there, so you probably can't survive for very long. Then you have the CC, and that's about it. So yeah, but the thing is, which I really would love to test a little bit more, and I really hope for Island 5 to come out so that I get the opportunity to test that, is like PDE. Because PDE seems insane. Like, if you check that out with PDE and the dodge that she provides for the entire team. And then we have the new dodge from Treasure Trains for Rangers and everything. You have so much dodge on your team. MFF dodge on top of that. That sometimes it feels like in Lair Expedition I can skip a turn of a boss because he just can't hit me. And that's insane. Between Elena and Eos, who do you think I should make as 10th trans? Probably Elena, unless you need Eos as a tenant. Elena's pretty good. Which game mode do you want the most to be updated? Force, Campaign, Aspen Dungeon. I hate Aspen Dungeon. Probably give me Island 5 of Void Campaign, or give me New Vortex. One of those two. Because Vortex is pretty cool now as well, now that they changed the CC. Way less RNG. Way less annoying. Would you ever be willing to jump on my account when I get 5 million COD and tell me then would DTV or Mockman be better? I avoid jumping on anybody's account, to be honest. Like, I personally, I don't want it. I did that before I got the first scammers, but then people started claiming to be me and started trying to scam off people, and I hated that. So just do my account and that's it, and I rarely ever do anything on anybody's else account. Just maybe some people that I know. But I had to think about it again. I got a huge offer actually from somebody. He had like an account, bonkers account, insane account, like the biggest hoarder account that you could think of, with thousands of everything. And I thought about showing that, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't really sure. I don't want to give scammers any incentive or any possibility to scam you guys. So that's really the thing with it. Obviously, it would be an easy video for me, and I'm still thinking about doing it, asking the guy, just, hey, offer still up, can we go for it? Can we do it? but I'm not sure about it yet. We have to see. So, yeah. So I guess that's it. So I think we are going to do more streams. I do them way too rarely. I do them way too rarely. I know, guys. I know it is that way. I know I oftentimes I have to say it's like Daiko writing me, hey, it's like IDA is ending and we are will you want to do a stream about the IDA finals again? I thought like, when was my last stream? Oh yeah, last stream about IDA finals a month ago. I think like, yeah, that's so stupid. I mean, like, I don't want to be the IDA final streamer. That's not great. So yeah, we want to do more streams. That's rarely the opportunity. I mean, if we have something like this that we can clear together, that's cool. That is something I can do. Maybe some events, but we rarely do events. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult in the recent times. But again, it was quite fun with you guys. I had a great time. I hope you had too. Thanks for all the members that joined. I hope I can make you happy with some of the videos that we are going to see. And in any way, I hope I could answer some of your guys' questions. We will do it again soon. So don't worry about that if you missed it today. I wish you guys a great day, and we will see us in the next one.